Evolution and Its Moral Consequences by Aaron Moss. Question: My son and I were talking about the origins of humankind. He said that he was offended by the belief that man had descended from the ape family and was adamant that we all came from Adam and Eve. I, on the other hand, believe Darwin's theory to be a more reasonable explanation of our evolution, and think it is ridiculous to continue teaching children the creation myth. Of course, this discussion can go round in circles forever. Are you able to shed some light on the topic? Response: An elderly rabbi was once on an airplane to Israel sitting next to a self-professed atheist. They were amicably chatting the whole trip. Every now and then the rabbi's grandchild sitting in another row would come over to him, bringing him a drink or asking if he could get anything to make him more comfortable. After this happened several times, the atheist sighed, "I wish my grandchildren would treat me with such respect. They hardly even say hello to me. What's your secret?" The rabbi replied, "Think about it. To my grandchildren, I am 2 generations closer to Adam and Eve, the 2 individuals made by the hand of God, so they look up to me. But according to the philosophy which you teach your grandchildren, you are 2 generations closer to being an ape, so why should they look up to you?" Beliefs have consequences. If children today lack respect and are unable to honor their elders, if tradition looked down upon and the values of the past all but forgotten, is it not a natural consequence of modern education? If we teach our children that they are merely advanced animals, then they will act that way, and they will treat their parents and teachers like the obsolete versions of humanity that they are. We have to be aware of the effects of our beliefs. If we believe that humans came about by accident, then life has no meaning. There can be no meaning to something that happened by chance. A random explosion or mutation cannot give us purpose. My life, your life, and all human history has no real significance whatsoever. Whether I live a good life or one full of evil makes no difference. It is all a big accident anyway. We only have purpose if we were created on purpose. Our lives only have meaning if we were created by a meaningful being. If we teach our children that they were created on purpose with a purpose, then they will know that more is expected from them than from an animal. The Adam and Eve story needs to be taught, not just because it is true, but because it is the basis of morality. Both creationism and Darwinism require faith. To accept that God created man and woman requires faith. To accept that a single-celled organism spontaneously mutated billions of times to form the human being also requires faith. But only one of these beliefs demands that we live a moral life. That's the one I want my children to be taught.